day of the National Dairy Show kicked off earlier this afternoon in the Greenlands Arena in Millstreet in County Cork. It's the 40th anniversary of the show, which is back in person for the first time since 2019. Along with the country's top dairy stock battling it out in the show ring behind me, around 180 exhibitors are taking part in the two-day event. Here's just some of what's been happening on site today.
So we're here at the National Dairy Show and we're with the judge, David Jones. So David, are you looking forward to the upcoming judging and classes that are coming ahead of you now over the next couple of days?
Yes, it's a great honour to be invited, and to judge the show here at Millstreet is certainly one of the highlights of my career.
What are some of the key kind of areas you're going to be looking at, particularly I suppose in some of the in milk classes? Like what are some of your key areas you'll focus on?
Yeah, I'm looking for, in the in-milk classes, I want good square animals with a lot of natural dairy character, a lot of strength, a lot of capacity, but more importantly, outstanding udders.
So udders are going to be the big focus here now, possibly from you as you go into the show ring now and the stock comes in. Udders could potentially be the winner or loser of the show.
Yeah. I'm just looking for balanced, well-balanced, dairy-like animals, and they'll be the winners.
So maybe in some of the heifer classes, what would be some of the key focuses?
Heifers with good, strong top lines, good wide rumps, good legs and feet, plenty of capacity.
Okay, no, that's perfect, David. Best of luck over the next couple of days.
Thank you very much.
Now, along with showing the top dairy cows here in the country at the National Dairy Show in the Greenlands Arena in Millstreet, we also have a series of seminars focusing on the issues affecting dairy farmers in Ireland. And one of the hosts of the seminars is broadcaster and former Agriculture Minister Ivan Yates. Now, Ivan, very busy at the Greenlands Arena. It's great to be back in person. It's great to be meeting farmers in person, but there's big challenges for the sector, and you're going to be examining those in the seminars over today.
Yes, the presidents of both the IFA and the ICMSA, Tim and Pat, and local MEP Billy Kelleher from Fianna Fáil and Ireland South constituency will be on the first panel discussing what is, I think, the biggest challenge facing the dairy sector, and I think more so the dairy than the dry stock or till sector. That is the 25% cut in emissions by 2030. Very challenging indeed. Can it be done ultimately without reducing the national herd or curbing the growth of it? Can you cannibalise the suckler cow sector, whose numbers are declining anyway? And then obviously everything from ammonia to slurry application right through to feed additives to genetics and so on. There will be detailed discussion of that. Then separately, with sex semen now, genetics, dairy beef was going to be discussed. In other words, you only need so many heifer replacements, and we have these unwanted calves and so on. So can we do a female heifer replacement on AI to the very best, and for the rest to get a quality beef breed? And
a very important issue for the industry, because it's something that has hit the headlines.
Absolutely.
And it's not good for the image.
Teagasc is doing the Dairy Beef 500 campaign, so we'll be talking about that. And later on tonight, one of the things that I'm particularly looking forward to, there's 6 and an overall, different categories, the Dairy Innovation Awards. And having done this show for the last 2 years virtually, I came across the type of ingenious solutions to technical problems. Last year it was a silo bin, and you can't see how empty it is. 42% full. There's a 3D technology doing that. So this afternoon, between the seminars, there's going to be a very detailed analysis of the best startup tech businesses, sustainability, engineering, scientific, animal health, and so on.
Finally, I suppose, Ivan, you are a former agriculture minister. Where do you see the sector going? Huge challenges for the sector at the moment.
Well, I think there's a complete dichotomy between the future of dairy sector, which I think is fantastic. It's roaring ahead. Incomes 80,000. I think there's a lot more problems.
Average, we should stress.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but the other sectors, a lot more difficulty. But there's no doubt that the decarbonisation, the methane, the actual thing of getting it at farm level, of measuring carbon footprints is going to be difficult. And I think at the end of the day, there is going to have to be a very tough discussion, because if you look at the KPMG and other reports, it only gets us halfway to do all the smart changes, which are better farming. Are we going to have to curb production? So I think that's a really thorny issue for the future, because the dairy sector is the one that's growing.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Well, Ivan, thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure.
So I'm Lawrence Feeney with the Irish Holstein Friesian Association. So we're here right beside the ringside at the National Dairy Show. It's back as a live event this year, which is very exciting. You can see there's a lot of people around here already, and things have only just started. So it should be a good event, plenty of good cattle in the ring, and plenty of good people around the place, and some fun for everybody, hopefully.
Hi, my name is Shauna and I work for Munster Bovine. We're launching our new production and type catalogue as well, so make sure you call in to pick up your copy of it.
I'm Seamus Prendergast, working for Norbert Laboratories. I'm here at the National Dairy Show and looking forward to a large attendance of dairy farmers from around the country. It's early in the day yet, but there's a large attendance so far and a lot of interest in Norbert products. It's looking to, I suppose, spread the word about Norbert's product range and our new range of transition cow products that we have on display here today.
So it's day one of the National Dairy Show, and we're here with Christy Doherty, head of Agri with AXA. So AXA are the main sponsor here at the National Dairy Show. So why did you get involved with the show?
Going back to 2018, we joined the farm insurance market in Ireland. So since that time, we've been looking to become associated with a leading event for dairy farmers in particular, because dairy farming is synonymous with Ireland, the food island, and we just wanted to be associated with an excellent event. And in the National Dairy Show, we in AXA have found that excellent event.
And I suppose, obviously, these kind of shows are very important for rural communities, and it's shown like there's a bit of a buzz around the arena here now today. So I suppose, obviously out and about, you're meeting farmers, you're meeting people, and what's the general buzz of people that you've met so far? It's
been a fantastic buzz here. You could probably hear it in the background, but dairy farmers are having a fantastic time. And look, the price of milk has never been what it is. I understand, obviously, inputs are a concern perhaps, but look, they're here to do business, they're here to socialise, and they're here to meet their fellow colleagues in what is now known as the meeting place for dairy farmers.
You're an insurance company, so what would be the general advice now for farmers? Are farmers generally in a good position, or is there maybe stuff to improve on?
There's always something to improve upon, and the key thing for farmers is not to think of insurance as a financial purchase. They need to think of it in terms of the covers and having the right covers. And it's very important nowadays to ensure that you have the right covers across your business, because you don't want to be that person that wakes up to a fire or a theft and then you're wondering, have I got the right cover in place? Well, we see it when claims happen. So we'd encourage farmers to do a review, to have a thorough review of their policy done, be it with their insurance company or their insurance broker. I think that's the best advice I could give them.
Yeah, so some great bits of advice there, Christy, and thanks a lot for talking to us, and best of luck over the next couple of days at the show.
Thank you very much, Brian and Agriland. Thank you indeed.
Well, it's a hive of activity here in the exhibition halls at the National Dairy Show in the Greenglens Arena in Millstreet. Around 180 exhibitors here, and one of the main sponsors of the show is AHV, and country manager George Sherlock joins me. George, it's great to be back in person for the first time since 2019, a lovely buzz around the place.
Yeah, look, it's great for us to be back as well, Aisling, because it is an important show to us, because back 3 years ago we actually launched AHV here. It was one of our first shows in Ireland. It's very important for us to be here. So now that we can be back here, with our team, we can be here with the farmers and give them some more information, but even to be a sponsor as well, it is very important to us.
Yeah, as I said, you're one of 9 platinum sponsors here at the show. Why did you want to come back? As you said, you established here in 2019, but why did you feel you wanted to come back as a main sponsor?
Well, look, down in here, if you look at Cork, like it is the hub when it comes to dairy. Like 25% of the cows are here. We have a big team in Cork as well. We've some very loyal farmers to us. So, and we would have gained from 3 years ago here. Look, we want to give back some information. We want to be here. We want to be part of the locality. So we think it is important that we come back.
Tell us a little bit about AHV.
Yeah, so AHV, we're based in Portlaoise, our office up there, and our office in the north of Ireland, in Tyrone, in Ocker. We are a Dutch company based out of Netherlands, and we moved here to the Republic about 3 years ago, but the managing director, Adam, brought it to 6 counties first in the north. We're a company that's based in science, so we've done an awful lot of information, or research I should say, into what we're dealing with on farm. So the pathogens that we're dealing with, we're using the science of quorum sensing. So we have that out in the market now. It's where we're not getting the results from traditional methods when it comes to treating other health issues and so on. So we have a team of 24 consultants on the road. We have nutritionists, we have vets. So we are very devoted to the farmer, and we're very proud of the service that we give them then as well. So we would be with them every month, 6 weeks intervals, putting plans together, walking herds, condition scoring. To be honest with you, whatever the farmer needs. So it can help their farm then as well to be more sustainable and push on.
And look, a big talking point here at the National Dairy Show over the 2 days is going to be the challenges facing dairy farmers, sustainability, efficiency on farm, environmental pressures. How does AHV play a part in that?
Yeah, look, it has been a great year, but a tough year as well when it comes to agriculture, between prices and stuff like that. And then, okay, the commodities have risen. But with us, look, we are thinking outside the box the whole time. We have a team of 500 across the world when it comes to AHV. How do we work with a farmer? Look, we give a service. I think that's very important because it's something that is missing on farm. We're talking when it comes to an animal with vaccinations. It's a huge important thing. Not got to do with AHV, but it's important. Energy imbalances, using inflammatories. Look, we are always trying to give back to the farmer. But look, our main goal is longevity. So we can have nearly 2 million cows in Ireland, but if we're culling the majority of them every year, that's not sustainability. So we are thinking about the long haul. So if we can get the most production out of an animal and most lactations, that's sustainability, in my opinion, anyway.
Well, George, thank you so much for joining us, and the very best of luck for the next few days.
Thanks very much, Aisling.
Thank you so much. And that's just a sample of some of what the crowds here on the first day of the National Dairy Show in the Greenglens Arena in Millstreet in County Cork have been enjoying. Don't worry if you missed out on the first day. The action continues from 9:30 tomorrow morning with lots of entertainment for older farmers and younger.